the ass whipping by Oklahoma State. So, number one, there's going to be a day when Christian Morgan quits staring in the backfield and allows a wide receiver, a tight end, to allow the run past him. That happened early in the game. Dylan Stoner had a career day against him and Raleigh Tejada. It happens. Not really happy about it, but it does. Then Christian Morgan redeems himself with an interception. So it's a great play by him on that interception. So he learned from his mistake earlier in the game. The offense makes me want to have a running clock. It didn't change during the whole entire game. The defense, needs to get some help from the offense. It never did. Can we just run the clock and end the season? By the halftime, that's all I wanted to see. Had a few beers, still just wanted to see the clock run. Congrats to Zeke Brown. Had first start of the game, first start of his career, had interception in the end zone. Jalen Petrie continues to give max effort on every play. And it's Jacob Zeno time, but nothing changed. The offense still looked the same. His passing yardage was 5 of 18, 5 completions for 18 yards or something like that. Essentially the same yardage per attempt that Charlie Brewer had. So that's what you're seeing, and just a discombobulation of an offense. Tate McWilliams looked really good out of the backfield, led the team in rushing. And then if you can't trust John Mayers, who can you trust with to avoid the snide? And then can somebody take Abram Smith's helmet when he took the hit to the head there? He wasn't of his sorts, so he just needed to take the helmet. No one, they probably did, but he ran to the sideline and he went to his knees. At that point, get him to the bench, take the helmet. He's had a good season. 2-7, go home, visit your family, rest up, get ready to come back for spring, or don't. That's going to be the opportunity that we're going to see here. Tomorrow we're going to find out if there's going to be some people going out when the staff meets with the team on the future. So that's what we got. Got J.D. Piquel, Drake Toll coming up for the last post game of the season. But this is not going to be the last time we see these guys. So, SicEm365 might have something come in store. Call in 254-339-1122.
This is the SicEm365 Radio Postgame Show. Here's Drake Toll and J.D. Piquel.
And we are live in the Texas Farm Bureau Insurance Broadcast Center on the SicEm365 Radio Baylor Postgame Show. I'm Drake Toll alongside former Baylor football player J.D. Piquel, recapping the Bears' 42-3 loss against the Cowboys of Oklahoma State in Waco. We're live, the phone lines are open, and you can join in the action on Central Texas' #1 radio hour. Join in by calling 254-339-1122 or shoot us a text at the same number, 254-339-1122. Wow. JD, Oklahoma State 42, Jacob Zeno 3.
I cannot wait for all of the Jacob Zeno should have been the start of the entire season calls, because they're coming. They're probably in the queue right now. I'm fired up, man. It's going to be open season is what I'm thinking. It's about to tee off.
The final
Let it begin.
Post-game show of the year on SicEm365. The Baylor football season is done unless there's just that sporadic bowl offer, which we don't foresee. Not impossible.
Not impossible.
It's out there.
It could happen. I almost don't want it to happen for this team based on what I saw today.
I don't think it's going to happen.
It shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't
happen. Teams that are bowl eligible aren't taking bowls. Boston College isn't taking a bowl.
That's true.
Let their kids see the family.
Let the kids see their family. Don't put them through that. Don't send them to a bowl. That is not fair.
All right, bring on the Jacob Zeno call.
Richard from San Antonio, you're on with SicEm365 Radio.
What's going on, fellas? Thanks for having me on the last post-game show of the season. Just real fast, I wanted to give a shout-out to my Roosevelt Rough Riders for upsetting the Judson Rockets.
Hey, there we go.
Huge.
6A Region 4, arguably the 6A Region 4 favorites. Played their hearts out, a great win for them. Rough Rider pride never dies.
Won me a lot of money.
But one of the, Baylor football didn't show up today. That was disappointing just because, for the last several weeks looked like a beatable Oklahoma State team, and just another putrid offensive showing. Defense, Stoner just had a career day in the first quarter. And it was, I just thought, I was just hoping somehow the offense would play better. But when Charlie went out, we only had 73 yards of total offense, and I think we finished the day with 86 passing yards total.
Oh my gosh.
And it just took that long for them to make the switch. We're getting, Gundy and Oklahoma State. They're just having a field day. I just wish they would have made a change sooner at quarterback.
Richard, do you think the game would have been different if Jacob Zeno had started?
I'm sorry?
Sorry, I had a question for you, actually. I know we're playing role reversal here. Do you think Jacob Zeno would have started if Jacob Zeno would have won the game for Baylor if he had started? Would it be a different game in your mind?
I mean, probably not. But you just want to see, I at least put him in a little bit sooner just to see, what he can do. I mean, he played okay, he looked pretty good on the ground. But just, Charlie obviously didn't have it. And it took until, he got hurt to pull him out. And, I just hope for better. But, hopefully with this off season, y'all are talking about the coaching staff sitting down with a bunch of guys that get to decide their fate with the team. And I mean, with COVID and all that, I know, they want to go see their family. It's been a rough year, but, you can give Aranda and the staff a pass, but, they really have to think about things, especially on the offensive side. And, hopefully they can, with the whole off season, spring ball, just because this offense was bad all season, just with that K-State in the Kansas game, those were the only two games that the offense played well. And it's just, you got to hope for better things. And I'm just glad Baylor basketball, they're not playing tomorrow, but that's the only bright side. And
there's not a lot to be glad, as much to be glad about with basketball.
I'll be looking forward to calling in for those post-game shows.
Sweet. Richard, thanks so much for your call. Tough day on the Brazos today, JD, but I'm with you. I do not think in a scenario that Jacob Zeno starts, Baylor does much better.
I don't think. And this Baylor team was playing better leading up to this game. Like Kansas State win, Oklahoma, in large part, was the most complete game this team's played all season. They lost, but most complete game they probably played all season. Drake, I was really optimistic going into this game. I know it's kind of surprising coming from me. I'm not usually very optimistic. I'm being sarcastic here, of course.
Sunshine, guys.
The optimistic one on this duo, but it felt like Baylor was sort of trending upwards coming into this game, and the fact that they had such a poor showing offensively, and the defense, I mean, you get left out there for that many snaps, you're going to allow more points. So nothing to take away from their season, but as a whole, man, this was tough and kind of surprising the way they finished the year.
Got Steven from Virginia. You're on with SicEm365 Radio. Steven, it was not very good today.
It was not very good today, but I do want to thank everyone who played this season and everyone who may not play for Baylor again, whether it's because they're graduating or they're leaving. He set the groundwork for hopefully something that's great to come, and I don't want anybody's contributions to be ignored. So it was a rough season, but I still love my Bears. Didn't watch as much of the game because I was celebrating my birthday, but...
Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Steven. You didn't tell us it was your birthday today.
So my birthday is Wednesday, but my dad came from out of state.
Did you just lie to us about your birthday?
Steven, I told you happy birthday.
Okay, well, now I'm pretty upset.
I know. But I appreciate all the hard work the Bears did this year, and I just hope that that's not how it ends for Charlie, because I love Charlie, and he's a gamer, and he's a Bear, and he's a Bear for life, no matter if he plays next year or if he decides to do something else with his life. Thanks, guys.
100%.
Happy birthday, Steve. Happy early birthday.
Call, Steven, whose birthday is Wednesday. I'm not going to forget that now.
Yeah.
And I think you have to give a shout out to the players that decided to play this year. You know, Chuba Hubbard opted out today. There are a lot of players across the country who didn't step foot on a football field this year because of COVID, because of the different challenges that occurred. And now Baylor comes out today, short 47 members of the unit, and they didn't play well, but they played.
Yeah, you were out there, and there's a lot of credit to the man in the arena, right? Teddy Roosevelt's quote, "The credit goes to the man that is in the arena." And I want to talk about, guess who? Charlie Brewer. He owes Baylor University nothing. And I'm not in any way, shape, or form rooting for him to transfer or go pro. I mean, I would love to see him back in a Baylor uniform next year. But all things considered, Charlie Brewer does not owe anybody in this Baylor program anything. He's given his heart and soul to this program for 4 years now, obviously amidst the most ideal circumstances with COVID. And, I mean, the guy's given his body in a lot of ways, too. So Charlie Brewer hats off to him. I mean, obviously not the way that he deserved to go out, but he does not owe anything to this program or this university.
So then the question arises,
Right.
Did Charlie Brewer go out today?
I think yes. I think the way that this season has gone has been so tumultuous. It would be hard for me if I'm Charlie Brewer to feel good about coming back. I mean, anytime someone chants your backup's name during the game, I mean, it was unfortunate, but we heard the cheers. You could hear it on the telecast. You could hear the cheers that the crowd made once Zeno got in the game. And I think that's just such a bitter way to go out, man. I mean, that'd be hard for me if I'm Charlie to come back after I hear someone screaming at the top of their lungs for my replacement. That's tough, man.
You guys at home can get in on the action at 254-339-1122 via text or call. Give your take on the game. And here's my take.
Give me a drink, bartender.
Mountain Dew,
Is that
baby.
your take? It made a comeback. One more time, Armstrong.
Give me a drink, bartender.
Armstrong, you got to be kind of frugal with that soundbite, considering Drake is not yet 21 years of age. We're, of course, referencing Mountain Dew being Drake's drink of choice when the bartender pours him a drink.
Soda. Give me like Bang
Give
or
him a
Topo
bang.
Chico.
Give him a bang.
So my case, though, on Charlie Brewer, and this is the question of the day on Twitter and for our callers.
All year long.
Does Charlie Brewer come back?
Yeah.
This season, 1,900 yards, 14 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, QBR of 55.2. That is 84th in the country among starting quarterbacks. For me, though, Charlie Brewer is a competitor.
Yeah.
Charlie Brewer is one of those guys that knows he's not going to get drafted at the end of this year. There's not a realm in which Charlie Brewer is going in the NFL draft. However, if he stays a year, comes back next season, and ends up throwing for 2,500, 3,000 across a span of 11, 12 games and puts up 28 touchdowns, make it 35 touchdowns, combined ground and
Ball
air.
out. Have a day.
And just
Have a
have the
season.
guy really play well. Then you're getting drafted. You have the odds of getting drafted and getting not just a paycheck, but the prospect of playing football moving forward. Remember Sean Bell? We know Sean Bell well.
Sean Bell. We know all the
Sean
Bells.
playing at Baylor was that career guy that gave his all for the university, knowing that after his stint with the Bears, his football career was probably over. Yet he gave it all out there and was a competitor.
Yeah.
He would have played no matter what kind of eligibility you gave him.
In the parking lot.
He was going to keep playing football.
Yeah.
Charlie Brewer's the same kind of guy. So I don't see a world in which Charlie Brewer says, you know what? It's been fun. I know I have an entire season left that I could play, but I'm going to hang it up and never play football again. That just doesn't seem like Chuck.
I think you hit it all right on the head. If he isn't playing for Baylor, he'll be playing somewhere else, unless someone that has exceptional medical
but not
credentials.
college.
I think he has a chance.
He
if
is
if
never.
wanted
He
to
is
play.
not going to transfer and play at a different college.
You don't think so? You don't think
Period.
grad transfer? I think
That's
the way
not a question.
The way the Baylor fan base did him this year with the calls that we got that he's horrible, he lost it, he should be out. If I'm Charlie Brewer, I'm thinking, all right, fine. Well, I won 10 games for y'all a year ago. I can go play at a number of schools, be the starter day one as a grad transfer, make my case to go play pro. But on the flip side, if you want to stay at Baylor, you want to talk about a guy that can make quarterbacks into the pros. Mitchell Trubisky?
Where's he going to go?
Larry Fedora?
Where's he going to go?
He was committed to SMU. He's from Austin.
Charlie Brewer to SMU.
He could go somewhere
but here's
in
the deal.
Austin. I
At
don't know.
what school in America can you go 11 games, win 11
Right.
games the next season, no matter the circumstance? I'd throw circumstance out the window. You win 2 games and not have people at least murmuring for you to be replaced at quarterback, especially when your stat line, 14 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 55 QBR, which is 84th in the country.
Right. I think in this year, in a lot of ways, is a scratch. Charlie Brewer, with the exception of UCF probably, and maybe Cincinnati, could probably start at the majority of Group of 5 schools in the country. You would be you'd be very, very difficult to convince me otherwise of him starting at a Group of 5 school. Even some Power 5s. You think he could go start at Kansas if for whatever reason Baylor was to clear his waiver for playing at a Big 12 school?
I could start at quarterback at Kansas.
Oh, for sure. And Charlie Brewer, I mean, no
but
offense,
Charlie
but he's
Brewer's
played
not
some
going
ball.
to Kansas just because the fans were murmuring for his head this year. That's
Right.
just what you get in college football.
Right,
That's
I'm
the
saying-
current culture of college football. If you don't play well, if you don't coach well, you get fired on the spot.
Right. Then the Baylor fan base did him dirty this year. I mean, I'm sorry, they did him very dirty this year. And if I'm Chuck,
I
said,
agree.
I gave my 4
Typically
years.
agree.
I gave my 4 years. I have no reason to stick around. I hope he sticks
There's
around.
a
I think
reason,
it'd be
and it's
tremendous. I
because
think it'd be in
he's
his best
Mr.
interest to stick
Baylor.
around.
He's
Yeah.
right there on the cusp of breaking every record in the stat book.
Yeah, he's been around forever, it seems like.
I
He's a
think the real
staple.
question, even more than that, it's not does he stay. If he plays college football, it's in a Baylor uniform next year.
Really?
The question is,
Interesting.
if he stays, does the program accept him?
Interesting. Well, here's my thing. Do you not think he wants to play in the pros? I think
I think he does,
Right.
and he's got to stay here to do that.
You think so?
He's not
Interesting.
going to La Tech next season and then getting drafted.
Imagine he goes to La Tech and lights it up. And it'd be substantially easier to light up at La Tech than it would be at Baylor, it would seem, with this offensive line, with this new system.
So then how do you get drafted if the scouts are then saying, well, yeah, he didn't play that well at Baylor?
Look at Jeff Driscoll, was horrendous at Florida.
Where's he?
He's in the pros.
Right, like today.
Right now, he's in the pros.
Now, what's
Yes.
Jeff Driscoll doing?
Right now, he's a backup quarterback in the NFL. 100%. He went to La Tech and lit it up at La Tech. 100%. That's a true story.
So Charlie Brewer is your next Jeff Driscoll.
I'm saying it's possible.
What about
possible?
I think Charlie's got the prospect of coming back here, though, tossing for 5,000, winning a Heisman.
Let's do it. Hey, Charlie, if you're listening, let's run it back, baby.
Prove
Coach
the
Fedora,
fans wrong.
Be the next Mitchell Trubisky and run it back. Let's do this, huh? Next
Joe
year, the same time next year.
Joe from DFW talking Charlie Brewer. You're on with SicEm365 Radio. So that was a whole tangent,
was
Joe.
fun. I loved
I
that.
don't know how you're gonna. Joe, just hit me.
Something tells me you're not the average Joe.
I am by far never will be the average Joe, just so you guys know. However, Charlie Brewer is done. Sayonara, kick rocks.
Why, Joe?
Have a nice day.
You're
From
saying
Baylor
that,
or from
but
college
is
football?
Charlie Brewer saying that?
Okay, so the thing is with Charlie, if you look at, just take stats for instance. He is on a downhill spiral, not just a downward trend, a downhill spiral. He's digressed so bad in the last 3 years. It's just been one after another, and he hasn't been the same since.
Right.
And
I agree with you, Joe. I agree. You're
kid
done.
doesn't need to
I'm
come
done.
back.
We're all done. But is Charlie Brewer done? It doesn't come down to our decision. It comes down to his. What is he going to do?
Well, no, and I understand that, and I mean, and I hope the kid makes the decision and makes what's best for him. But also, I hope the coaches step back and look at it and say, "Hey, okay, what kind of environment are we putting on here?"
Yes.
Because you can't tell me that locker room is backing that kid 100%, because I don't see it.
I don't.
You don't see it on the sideline. You don't see it around. In fact, social media, you don't see it there either.
I mean,
a couple of the guys are backing him here and there, but that's it. But hey, real quick before I hang up, apparently Mayer went out and did a little practice when I called him out last week because he hit a 40-yarder this week.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Joe.
Only sometimes.
But no, man, I'm just teasing, man. I gotta throw it out to Mayer. Hey, the kid's not a bad dude. I love the sideburns, love what he does. I was a kicker in high school, so I'm always going to rag on kickers, and I'm always going to be there for him because we always get the short end of the stick.
There it is.
And
Appreciate
I've
you,
been
Joe.
there, done that, so I understand.
For the brand.
But hey, you guys keep doing you, and I'll keep telling you my opinion, and we'll agree to disagree, or we'll agree any way we shake it.
That's why we're here,
you guys
baby.
have a wonderful night, and I appreciate you guys.
I love it.
Sic'em Joe.
Thanks, Joe, for your call. Look, I haven't met Joe. You line Joe up at the 35-yard line, tell him to pooch it through. My money's on Joe.
I think Joe's got a leg on him from what it sounds like. I mean, he was ready to come out to Waco and kick for the Bears this game. But also, I disagree with the take that somehow the team doesn't back Charlie Brewer, especially on social media. I remember Tristan Ebner, and I quote, tweeted, "If you're not rocking with 5, quit that Charlie Brewer slander." Like, there was a lot of people that were backing Charlie Brewer.
Yeah. I mean, there are, but
I don't think
there's
he
just
lost
a
the
lot
team.
of I tell you, there's a different mantra on the sideline even when Zeno stepped in today. We got Statman in Waco. After that, it's Jack Wheeler, our father, T-Rex, and then Matt in D.C. Jack, T-Rex, Matt, we're going to hold you guys to after the break because we got to hit it, got to pay the bills somehow. But Derek, that's Statman in Waco. You're on with SicEm365 Radio.
Greetings and salutations, gentlemen. Just 13 days before Christmas. This has got to be the worst Baylor football loss. Margin of victory, 39-point blowout. Very close to the Brazos at McCain Stadium since before the Art Briles era. I haven't done the research the last time Baylor's lost that badly, but I'm confident in that statement. Obviously, the team statistics bear out how lopsided this football game was. Oklahoma State thoroughly dominated the line of scrimmage against Baylor, both sides of the football. Sanders and Stoner were played like All-Americans for the Oklahoma State Cowboys today on ESPN. The total yardage is also embarrassing, 608 for Oklahoma State, just 156 for Baylor.
Jeez.
But there's actually a couple of positives from the Baylor football perspective, even with such an ugly and horrendous loss. Want to hear what they are?
Statman, tell me something good.
Hit me.
John Mayer's 40-yard field goal in the fourth quarter extended Baylor football's scoring streak to 173 consecutive games dating back to 1987.
That's unprecedented.
He went
Unprecedented.
deep in the bag for that one, John.
Clutch.
We're not trying to win games here.
And then-
We're just trying not to get shut out.
That's what it's about.
Boom.
Yes, and the for what it's worth category, even though Baylor finishes 2-7 both in Big 12 play and overall in the 2020 college football season, Baylor led the Big 12 conference in takeaways on defense with 17, and that included 12 interceptions.
Take 3, baby.
I don't
That's all
have
it
enough
is. Take
fingers
3.
to put 12 up.
Take 3.
Statman, yes.
Guys, you've been doing a great job all football season. You deserve maybe some hazard pay tonight for some of the negative comments about Charlie Brewer and Baylor football. Obviously, from a fan perspective, it was a very disappointing performance. But let's put an asterisk next to the 2-7 record because of coronavirus, and better days and years are ahead for Baylor football starting in 2021.
Love it.
Sic'em Bears.
Love it.
Statman, I love it. Look, just, gosh. Give me a dose of Statman. Whatever he has, my veins, inject it.
Put it right there.
Inject
Put it right in there.
How about this? We got Jack Wheeler, T-Rex, Matt in DC, and Bill, who are all calling in to talk about Guess Who? Charlie Brewer. We're going to hold that to after the break, but you guys hold on. You better hold on, because I'm ready for you. Jack Wheeler, T-Rex, Matt in DC, Bill, I'm ready for you. Hold on the line. We'll be right back.
I'm ready
This is SicEm365 Radio.
When it comes to value and great customer service, you can count on us. Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. As a Customer First Award of Excellence winner, our customers always receive exceptional service, and during the Big Finish event, you save thousands on every car, truck, and SUV. Plus, most vehicles feature 0% financing. The Big Finish event. Now at your friend in the car business, Alan Samuels.
Boots add protection. Good boots help you climb better and move forward faster. And when your son or daughter steps into the boots of a U.S. Army officer, they also learn how to lead. In these boots, they'll gain more confidence with expert training in one of more than 150 occupational specialties. In these boots, they'll stand a little taller and lead a team with diverse backgrounds and areas of expertise to successfully accomplish whatever challenge comes next. In these boots, they'll earn respect with valuable experience from day one that will give them solid footing for success into the future. Highly qualified candidates who earn a spot on our team can receive comprehensive health care coverage, college tuition assistance, and a bonus of up to $40,000. See all the things your son or daughter can achieve in our boots at GoArmy.com. U.S. Army Waco Recruiting Company, 254-598-8131 or 254-776-1543.
With more than 160,000 alumni worldwide and counting, the Baylor family is growing. And through the university's expanded Baylor alumni program, the family is growing closer. With hundreds of local volunteers planning events in cities and towns around the country, you can gather with fellow Bears no matter where you are. So, get connected, get something started, get involved, and make plans to get together with Baylor alumni. Visit us at baylor.edu/alumni.
How did Edward Jones become one of the biggest financial service companies in the world? By not acting that way. Financial strategies, one-on-one advice, it's a big difference. And that's why Brad Wilson, your Edward Jones financial advisor, makes sense of investing. Experience the difference for yourself. Brad Wilson, 250 Sharon Drive in Woodway, 254-776-4337. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
You want to know why Stonewood Dental is so successful? Listen to what happy customers have to say.
It's pleasant. It's different than any other dentist office. I really feel like they care. And it's not that you're here for 2 hours waiting on someone to take care of you. It's quick and easy, and I bring my kids, and my kids love being here too. They really love the treasure box. Staff is really nice and accommodating, real friendly. You feel more like home. It's not sterile looking. Everybody has their own personalized rooms with decorations and decor, and they'll even have a blanket for you when it's cold. I've recommended people to actually come here, and they are patients now. I really love it here. It feels like family.
Learn more, stonewood-dental.com.
This is the SicEm365 Radio Postgame Show.
And welcome back in the Texas Farm Bureau Broadcast Center. You're with myself, Drake Toll, alongside former Baylor football player J.D. Piquel on Central Texas' #1 radio hour, the Baylor Postgame Show on SicEm365 Radio. Call us, text us. You can text us. Say you don't want to call. You're like, I will. You can just text us at 254-339-1122. Just tattoo that number, just right there. So when I fix my hair in the middle of the show, you can see.
Put it on my tombstone, huh?
254-339-1122. We've got Jack Wheeler, T-Rex, Matt and DC, Bill on Charlie Brewer, and YouTube Mike, all in the next 5 callers.
It is, man.
It's about to go down. Jack Wheeler, you're on with SicEm365 Radio.
Well, boys, I feel kind of stupid for even thinking that we had a chance in this game.
You're not alone there, Jack.
I thought so, too.
Wednesday, but, you know, it is what it is. The season's over. Disappointing, but the future's bright.
No bowl game, Jack?
What was that?
No bowl game?
No bowl game. I don't know. Hey, we decided to do it. I mean, it's 2020. Anything can happen.
Do you want a bowl game, Jack?
What was that? I missed that.
Would you like to have a bowl game for this team after what you saw today? Would that be something that you would be interested in?
Woof.
Chef's kiss.
I mean, hey, it would be great, but I'm not too sure about that. But here's some things I will say. It's been a disappointing year, but the future is bright because the offense will play better next year. And the defense has a new shining star. And you know what his name is? Dylan Doyle.
DD.
Team DD. But guys, in all seriousness, great job this year. Y'all have had to deal with my stupid comments, and I'm sure from a lot of other people. So thanks again. I hope to see you guys next year, and Sic'em Bears.
Yeah,
I love it. Jack, thanks so much for a great year, man. Like, I knew every Saturday you were going to call me and JD, and that's why I wake up in the morning.
Absolute pleasure.
Armstrong?
What are you asking for?
I don't know. You put the headset on. I thought I just see Armstrong stewing. We'll come back to you in like 5 minutes.
Okay. It's on the cape.
I thought you were requesting
Superman.
Between now and then, though, we've got T-Rex. T-Rex, you went today. It was cold outside, and you sat in the stands, and things didn't go that well. Talk to me, T-Rex.
You got some airtime, T-Rex. You were on ESPN today.
That's a first, too.
And it ain't a first, trust me. I probably almost made the most wanted poster today for the things I was saying also.
I trust you.
But that's okay, because I want to preface everything I got to say with this. All right? To any fans who don't know what criticism actually is, it's okay to be critical of a situation. It's okay to criticize a player, a coach, a play call. Hell, it's okay to criticize the cheerleading coach if you don't like her stunts that she's teaching.
That's our job.
It doesn't mean you hate the team.
That's the fans'
job. It doesn't mean you hate Baylor. So to those fans who are mad when somebody criticizes a player or a coach and they think that they have, some people apparently take it to heart as like you're attacking the school that they love.
Right.
I don't get that. So shout out to those people, especially the guy in the fourth quarter, or maybe it was the third quarter, whenever Charlie went out, who was one section over from me, clearly a Baylor fan. Hell, he might have had a player on the team. I don't think he did because I don't recognize him. I haven't seen him before. But shout out to that guy who wanted to go toe-to-toe with me in the stands because I was critical of the quarterback.
Yeah, shout out to him.
When he told me to leave the game, guess who left early? That idiot. So shout out to him because real fans stay the whole damn game.
Heck yeah.
Win or lose, that's what I got to say about that. Anyways, to the things that actually matter, right? I understand that Charlie's got, he's got the record over RG3 recently, and he's close to getting some other records.
Yeah.
But I want to take a step back on that. Let's all realize RG3 didn't play 4 seasons at Baylor.
Nope.
That's true.
Bryce Petty didn't play 4 seasons as a starter. Seth Russell, who potentially could have won back-to-back Heismans had he not been injured, and we can't play the game of what ifs, but he didn't even really truly start 2 full seasons, maybe a 1 season combined between both years.
Best there never was.
And you can't tell me that Charlie Brewer is better than those guys. He may be a stronger heart guy, a bigger heart, whatever, a gamer. I love his tenacity. I love that he never gives up. But at a certain point, it's okay to put the cleats up in the locker for the last time. It's okay to hang it up, man.
Right.
Or if you think I briefly heard y'all talking about he may transfer. If he transfers and he lights it up somewhere, then hell yeah, I'll be happy for the guy.
Yeah.
Because I'm happy for any of these players no matter what they do. Same thing when someone transfers in. I'm glad they transfer in. I'll never criticize a guy for transferring out because if I like you when he came in, I got to accept the guys that leave.
Love it.
So that's a different argument. But
no pun intended.
I just want people to realize, as much as people love Charlie, you got to realize that no matter the size of your heart, at the end of the day, you got to perform. And I don't see where he's performed consistently for 4 years, And that's okay. He's done great things. We've had comebacks. But like I said before, why are we in that situation? It's not always all on the quarterback. O-line got some work to get done. They need an off season. We got to get some JUCO transfers in. The best O-lines we had under Bryles, a lot of those guys are JUCO transfers, And there's a reason they're at JUCO a lot of the time, grades, whatever. They're good athletes. You get them for cheap, right? So we got to bring guys in. We need other players to fit the new system. And that's not a knock against anybody that was a rule guy. That's just how it is. There's turnover. Sure. Just like if your company gets bought out, the new employer's got to keep their people in the position that they're going to succeed. If anybody wants to leave, by all means, good luck to you. If you want to stay, appreciate you staying, appreciate everything you've done. But if my thing is,
here you go. What's your underline?
Well, here's my underlying point. I know we got to go. So here's my underlining point. We got to find a way to win, and Charlie Brewer ain't doing it. And all I know is whether or not they had the fourth string defense in against us when we scored, we put together a consistent drive and we scored points. I would have rather gone a touchdown or gone for it, gone for it on fourth down after that. But hey, Zeno drove down, and I'm not one of those guys that's like Zeno. The guys in front of me with Zeno duct tape on their chest.
That was funny.
Those guys wanted Zeno.
It was good.
I just want somebody who's going to light a fire and put a spark in it. And I saw a spark just like we saw a spark last year when Zeno played in the Big 12 Championship. I know it was limited time.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand why we kept Charlie in as long as we did when he's throwing the ball at the dirt half his passes. So, my thing, if you do the same thing over and over again, you expect a different result, that's the literal definition of insanity. So maybe the coaches are insane. Hell, maybe I'm insane and I don't see things the same way as everyone else. But I'll see you next year. I'm sad the basketball game got canceled. Let's get that all figured out, and let's go win a Big 12 championship next year in football. Sic'em Bears, see you next year.
Thanks for your call, T-Rex. Oh, man, live for that stuff.
It just gets you going.
I say, they say, like, check down Charlie, and I get it. Like, he throws the ball out of bounds. He checks down from time to time.
Chuck
but let's just say,
Charlie, because of
Zeno,
Chuck and check.
Zeno threw some really pretty balls into the turf today. And I tell you what, I saw him throw one out of bounds. I don't know if Charlie Brewer could throw a ball out of bounds like that. I'm just saying. And that's going to take us into Matt, DC. Talk to us, Matt.
Yes, he is insane. Okay, I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
It's his brother, guys. Don't worry. He can say that.
Yeah, he's insane. I blame myself. It's fine. That being said, the acceptance of mediocrity will not be tolerated. And that's something that I adopted years ago in my personal life, and especially after growing up in this Baylor football team, and then just the entire fan base accepted mediocrity when we finally stopped and we hired the right people, invested in the program, which I think we've continued to do. That being said, the best players have to play, and I leave that to the coaches. If they think Charlie was the best option to win, he's going to stay in there. If Zeno is, my loyalty lies with the program. My loyalty never lies with the player. That's why I don't buy NFL jerseys with players, because if we got to trade Dak, Zeke, or whoever, if trading Troy Aikman meant to win another 4 Super Bowls after the 3, I would have gladly traded him, because my loyalty is with the team, and that's what we should all have, all right? Players move on. You stay with the team.
Would you say, Matt, that you got loyalty, got royalty inside your DNA?
I don't have royalty. I've got loyalty, though.
Perfect.
He gets it. Yeah, he gets
it. Anyway, but you know what? The season was horrible, but I think we had a championship level defense with a horrible offense. So
and defense wins championships.
Offense didn't do a damn thing, and it starts with the offensive line.
Offensive line, I hope you all graduate or transfer out. Good luck transferring, because I don't think any of you could start another Power 5 team.
Oh, gosh.
So,
one of them did start on the Power 5 team for a long time, actually.
So, hey, get the JUCOs in here, and let's restart this offense off-season. Thank you all for this whole SicEm365 this year. It started in April. It's been amazing. This postgame is amazing, and I hope you keep doing it through basketball season. And with basketball season, we got to bubble this thing, or they got to get the first one's vaccine. But crappy year, but let's focus on the positive. Defense is great. Offense can only get better, and let's get the best players possible. And just thank y'all, gentlemen. Y'all have a good Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Boom. Thanks for your call, Matt.
You know what? His brother said something interesting. He's like, there was a fire when Jacob Zeno came into the game. With how much
I heard spark.
Spark, fire. Spark and fire are very, very,
very
spark
different.
leads to fire.
No.
Fair. So he said he provided a spark, right? 3 points. First of all, wouldn't consider that a spark. Second of all, anyone that came into the game would have gotten the crowd excited because of how much this Baylor fan base has rooted for Charlie Brewer to be out of the starting quarterback position.
Look, I'm just
could have
saying,
stepped out there.
If Jalen Petrie would have been quarterback for Baylor for one play,
place would have lost their
I would have
ever-loving
lost
mind.
my ever-loving mind.
I would have. I mean, everybody was just so excited to see somebody else at quarterback. Which is that fair? I don't know. Do you think that the coaching staff? I mean, if they had someone better, we say this every single week, but if the coaching staff had somebody better, that would have put them in before the season went to 2-7.
Well, they're getting paid millions of dollars to do so.
Millions
so I
of
would
dollars.
say probably yes.
Millions of dollars.
Bill, you're calling in to talk about Charlie Brewer. Bill, I'm excited. Let's keep talking about Charlie Brewer. That's the star of the show tonight, because there are so many questions around him, his future, and this season as a whole. Bill, you're on SicEm365 Radio.
So I'm going to throw you for a little curveball. I'll say this about Charlie. There's no point in sitting here just bashing the guy, right? He did a lot for the school. I'll say that I think part of his problem started back with Matt Rule, man. His first 2 years, he got killed. And then last year, I mean, after the concussions and the beating he took, a lot of his issues this year, I feel like, are he's gun shy or he's just not the same guy. You know, I mean, it's like you go through a traumatic experience of getting your head beat in for 3 years, and it's going to have an effect on you. So, I mean, I think we've probably all seen the last of Charlie. Wish him well, man. If he does come back, you know, we'll cheer for him. But I think we definitely need to move on the quarterback side. But I think this is an underlying problem to a bigger problem that we have, which is where's the direction of the program as a whole, right? You know, I ever since we lost Coach Briles, I feel like there's like an energy with the team that we just haven't had. I know we with Coach Rule, he was kind of fiery and had it, but there's just some sort of energy. It's like everything from the game day presentation to just the sidelines. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like we have that energy of like, we're going to go out and kick your ass every weekend. And I don't know what that is. And Coach Rand is really soft-spoken. I was here for the 4 years of college during Kevin Steele's time. Kevin Steele was a great defensive coordinator, a horrible head coach. And I know it's hard to say 1 year during a pandemic what kind of head coach Coach Aranda is going to be, but he's kind of that soft-spoken, same kind of way. And, you know, I guess we'll just have to see how the future plays out. But that's all I got to say. Enjoy listening to your show. Thanks.
Bill, thanks so much for your call. I got to say, he's got a point here. The whole, you know, you're just going to go out and dominate. I think that word, that's when have you seen, because we've both been here for a little bit now, where this program has, you know, this week they're going to go out and they're going to dominate.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a trick because Coach Rule, when he took over the program, it was that whatever below ground zero was. So Briles, his whole thing was build, and then they just exploded those couple years when they were winning Big 12 championships and just throwing the ball all around the yard. So I also want to make this point. When Coach Briles was the coach here, they were playing nobody in non-conference. Not like they were playing Wofford. With Coach Rule, they at least played Duke.
Yeah, they at least played Rice.
They at least played Duke,
guys.
Rice, which, I mean, Rice compared to Wofford, I mean, I think Rice would probably take Wofford to the woodshed. But all that's to say, Coach Rule took this team and just got it back to competitive and then got it to Sugar Bowl. And now we're like, COVID, new staff, lose 9 starters on defense, but still have a good defense, lose all your leaders at your position groups on offense with Tecklenburg, Hasty, Mims. Those are 3 crucial leaders that set the tempo in all those meeting rooms. That's a big, big deal. So Baylor, I think, has just now gotten back to trying to get back to competitive, whereas they were pretty, I don't know if dominant's the word, but they were expecting to win for sure when they were with Coach Rule.
Competitive, but not dominant. They weren't dominant. I mean, I don't even know if they were going to get to the point where you're just dominant. You're growing up, you know, you watch your favorite team, and there are the weeks where you're like, I know that we're going to blow out whoever we're playing this week.
I think it's a different Big 12, though, too. I think it's a different Big 12 with how good Oklahoma's been. Texas is down, but you have teams like Kansas State that give you trouble every week. Iowa State gives you trouble every week. Like,
why was Kansas State the first team you threw out there after Texas and
they've been decent before.
Kansas
State, I think Kansas State's just sneaky good,
Bill
right?
Snyder hasn't been in Kansas State for a while.
Kansas State's just this, like, obviously beat them this year, but I think they're just the king of like trap games, in my mind at least. I think
if you're Oklahoma,
sneaky.
but if you're anyone else, then Kansas State, you're probably going to win.
Well, maybe Kansas State wasn't. I mean, that's not really the point, is Kansas State. But the point is Big 12 play has gotten more and more parity over the years.
The Riverbend Liquor and Wine text line. He had 62 passing yards, this texter says. Please stop making excuses for him. I think him is Charlie Brewer. If we let him come back next year, I'm out as a fan until he's gone. That's the point.
Oh, no, don't go.
And I know multiple other of my friends who are alums as well. I appreciate what he's done for Baylor, but it's time to move on. Don't, revoke your fandom if Charlie Brewer is the starting quarterback again.
He had 68 passing yards. So let's fact check that, first of all. Second
How
of all,
much did Zeno have? Exactly.
This time last year, you were getting ready to go to the Sugar Bowl. So because of Chucky Brew.
Chucky Brew, baby.
Chucky doll. So it's just so interesting how much we forget in the year, right?
They've got a great point, though. If Charlie Brewer comes back for next season, just imagine the mantra around the season, just like
it's going to be a mob.
We get to watch Charlie Brewer play football again.
But if he starts winning games, if he wins, if they start out 2-0.
We've got UT Mike on the line. UT Mike, you have 30 seconds here. I don't even know what you, why?
No, actually, I'm starting a timer.
K Moss, what more do you have to do at 6:30 on a Saturday morning?
Your
UT
timer
Mike,
starts
just go.
3, 2, now.
UT Mike!
There it is.
Guys, listen, Baylor, they're not good. They have...
Looks like some technical difficulties.
Oh, man.
We lost UT Mike.
He's such a good call, though.
Riverbend Liquor and Wine text line.
Good news, though. Tom Herman's sticking around. Isn't that awesome?
Tom Herman is sticking around.
Awesome.
I'm excited
I bet you love that, UT Mike.
How about it? Give him...
Riverbend Liquor and Wine text line.
Bevo.
It's frustrating to hear about Charlie Brewer getting thrashed, but some of it's completely warranted. He's just notably regressed since the first Blow U game last year. That's good. I haven't heard that before.
It's punny.
Blow U's pretty good. That's pretty good. Fix the issues or just face the music/criticism. Music and criticism, interesting words to use together there. Yeah. You compete every week to start. Please get him to transfer and get out. No shame to go away. Well, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, he wasn't holding back even a little bit.
Not a little bit at all.
Getting thrashed?
He was
Charlie Brewer player of the week when they beat Kansas State. Where was that love?
After the Kansas State game, it was like, Charlie Brewer did really well today. Hopefully he doesn't do that well next week. That was the mantra of the fan base. Just no, you're not supposed to do well anymore. Yeah. We're supposed to get to say bad things about you. Michael from Dallas is on. Michael, you're on with Sic'em365 Radio.
Fellas, hello. I think UT Mike was calling to say that he was thankful that we're not playing them tomorrow, the beatdown they were about to receive.
Gosh, dang it. Why did you remind me, Michael?
Listen, guys, I called in not to talk about X's and O's and Jimmy's and Joe's, even though it's clear that there was none of that today. I want to call
literally,
in to thank you guys
there were no
for
Jimmy's and Joe's. Baylor had 17 guys on the sideline. It looked like Mart out there ready to suit up, although Mart probably would have put up a fight. We're not going to go there. K-Moss, Michael.
K-Moss. I called in to, thank you guys, SicEm365, for a wonderful 2020 season. You guys made it really bearable, if no pun intended.
This guy.
Yeah.
Sign him to a contract.
I know, Matt and T-Rex are supposedly brothers. I just wanted to make it known that myself and Richard, who's one of your long-time callers, we are brothers.
What?
And
we've got two sets of brothers now.
Family affair.
It is a family affair at SicEm365. We're both proud Baylor alumni. We bleed green and gold. We appreciated the content that you guys have put out there. Again, thank you again for such a good season. I can't wait to see what's in store for 2021. And Sic'em Bears, like always.
Michael, thank you for your call. Look, Michael, if you are have any social media presence whatsoever, DM me your address. He's getting a Christmas card. Yeah. That guy sat on the phone line for 15 minutes to thank us for the postgame show this season.
Yeah.
Michael, yes.
And I'll go ahead and say, you and I, first of all, adding you to the roster this year was...
I love you.
Fantastic. Second of all, I'm not going to take up too much time because I don't want to just toot our own horn, but to the ownership here, it's been absolute ball regardless of the way the season's gone, and we're happy to be here and happy to keep this
They're setting up the beer pong table right now. They're not even... They're just...
I believe it's ping pong.
Oh, ping pong.
Yeah.
Eerily similar to bear pong.
It's a new game.
You got to give that up, okay?
What are you going to do?
We've got Bill on the line and UT Mike's worst nightmare. I don't know what that's going to look like, but Bill and UT Mike's worst nightmare, you guys will be on next with SicEm365 Radio. We're going to hit one more of these texts from the Riverbend Liquor and Wine Hotline. This is, who would win in a fight? T-Rex, UT Mike, or Baylor Bigfoot?
Dude, Baylor Bigfoot is huge.
T-Rex is huge.
He was at the tailgate. He's 14 feet, 767 pounds, and has a mean right hook.
This guy weighed
Lots of hair.
He weighed him.
I weighed him up. I said, hey, step on the scale here, Bigfoot.
Is that socially appropriate? Not whatsoever.
No, but that's not how we roll.
But that's not how we roll.
It's not how we roll. But all that's to say, T-Rex, I'm sorry, I would still take T-Rex. But I'm just saying the Vegas odds would probably be on Bigfoot. My money's on T-Rex.
Give me T-Rex and Bigfoot combined together.
But I'm not a hater.
UT Mike.
Baylor Bigfoot, I'm not a hater. Please don't put me on your list.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick a winner there. I don't want to get on the bad side of T-Rex or Bigfoot. Let's just say they team up together to beat UT Mike. We'll be back after this break with the final segment of the show. Plenty coming in on the Riverbend Liquor and Wine Hotline. We've got different calls to get to post the break. Remember, you can get on the action. 254-339-1122. This is SicEm365 Radio.
Hey, this is Bryce Petty, former starting quarterback and two-time Big 12 champion, and I know firsthand the importance of being in top shape both on and off the field. So listen up, men. If you're feeling beat down day in and day out and looking for that high-performance edge that separates the men from the boys, then look no further than the Petty Clinic Low T in Waco. Petty Clinic is a comprehensive men's healthcare clinic with an atmosphere catering to men. Board-certified Dr. Kent Petty has a special interest in offering the highest quality medical care to men of all ages. Some of the services offered include screening and treatment for low testosterone or thyroid, infertility, high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, sleep apnea, while offering comprehensive wellness exams and complete men's health lab panels. High performance men, remember, it's not just a Petty thing. This is Bryce Petty, encouraging you to reach out and Google search Petty Clinic Low T or go to pettycliniclowt.com and get your complimentary lab screening today.
At Ideal MRI, we feel blessed to be a part of the Waco community. We're a small family business right here in Central Texas, and our goal is to bring down the cost of healthcare while maintaining high quality. At times like this, the cost of healthcare has never been more important, and unfortunately, significant illnesses and injuries still occur. That's why Ideal MRI is open and here to serve you through the difficult time. We offer premium MRIs just like a hospital with state-of-the-art technology and specialists, but you'll pay less. Sometimes thousands of dollars less, whether you're using insurance or not. At Ideal MRI, we accept most insurance and there are no hidden costs, even offering financing if that's needed. Everything included in the price, and you'll not get something as a surprise in the mail later on. If you need an MRI, ask your doctor about Ideal MRI. They'll know. You can schedule an appointment safely from home online in minutes at idealmri.com or give us a call, 833-IDEAL-MRI, idealmri.com.
Texas Farm Bureau Insurance in McLennan County takes pride in backing Central Texas football. Our agents would like to help with your insurance needs. Call 254-772-8090 for an agent near you.
Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, the team physician of Baylor Athletics. Our doctors specialize in the diagnosis and treatment of any and all sports-related injuries, celebrating over a decade of service in Central Texas. Our doctors are equipped to handle a wide range of issues, whether it's your foot or ankle, orthopedic spine care, your hand or wrist, knee and shoulder pain, or if you're in need of our arthritis or total joint clinic. Come see us at the new Baylor Scott and White Ted and Sue Getterman Sports and Orthopedic Center. Trust the doctors at Baylor Trust, Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. Our goal is to get you back in the game.
This is the SicEm365 Radio Postgame Show.
Welcome back into the Petty Clinic Low T studio. You're with myself, Drake Toll, alongside former Baylor football player J.D. Piquel on Central Texas' #1 radio hour, the Baylor Postgame Show on SicEm365 Radio. Call us, text us, 254-339-1122. We have Bill. That's Ralph. This is Ralph from Fort Myers.
Sneaky,
Ralph, you're on with SicEm365 Radio. Ralph, it says Bill on here. I don't know why.
Well, it's Ralph, but I appreciate y'all letting me on.
Of course.
A couple questions for you. I'm going to start with this one. What do we not like Jacob Zeno tonight?
What did we not like about Jacob Zeno?
I don't think there's anything not to like.
What did we see that we didn't like?
I don't think there's anything not to like. I think I didn't see a drastic change. Like, I think there was this narrative going on that, hey, you put in Zeno,
he's going to win the Heisman.
We're playing in a national championship tomorrow. And he had 2.3 yards of completion, 5 for 8. He was good. I still saw a lot of holes in the offensive line that would keep him from actually being able to be someone who can make a huge difference. And I think this is my my metaphor for this offense. When the body is sick, you only see the runny nose, but the whole body is sick, right? When the offense isn't playing well, Charlie Brewer is the runny nose, but this offensive line is the equivalent of what the rest of the body is. So it gets accentuated when you see Charlie Brewer not playing well.
Oh, for
but
sure.
Everybody has a part to play in this, but as the quarterback, you bear the brunt of it. How was that?
Absolutely.
Was that deep enough?
1,000%.
Oh, well, and let me say this, Ralph, on the other side of things, because I can't always agree with JD. I do tend to disagree from time to time, and I will here, because let me just say, Ralph, what I saw today from Jacob Zeno, he threw the ball out of bounds really, really well and into the turf. The tight spiral, the way it bounced, the way that he hit the Oklahoma State offensive lineman who was standing idle on the sideline. What I saw today from Jacob Zeno getting rid of the football, Charlie Brewer just can't do it like that.
Yeah, certainly. You're right, actually, because the thing is he makes quicker decisions. It's better decisions. It looks a little bit better. Ball's coming out cleaner.
Tight spiral.
I do agree with you there for sure.
He decided to throw it away quicker.
I see a guy who makes smarter decisions, see a guy who makes quicker decisions, and the ball's just coming out quicker. I like that about it. It looks smoother. I didn't see a lot that I liked out of Charlie Brewer. Outside of the Kansas State game, I really don't see a whole lot of good things this year, and so I just feel like it's time to move on going forward. It seems like even if Zeno came out and threw like 3 touchdowns tonight, we'd still be talking about how he didn't have enough experience and how Charlie Brewer was amazing 3 years ago.
Well, I don't know about that there, Ralph.
This is a very different conversation. He throws 3 touchdowns.
Here was, Dylan Stoner. If Bill Belichick was watching tonight, Dylan Stoner is going in the 7th round.
Actually, I just got an update on my phone. Dylan Stoner signs 2-year deal with the New England Patriots. I didn't even know he declared.
Which is not legal because the draft hasn't started yet.
So
Dylan Stoner's been at Oklahoma State for a long. Did you know that Dylan Stoner coming into tonight had like 215 yards all season and 0 touchdowns? Like what?
I'm telling. Bill Belichick's going to turn him into the next Julian Edelman. Mark my words. Collision course. It's going to be incredible.
I'm not a very big Dylan Stoner fan after today. No.
For sure. Appreciate y'all, though. This has been a fun year. All right, man. Y'all have a good one. Merry Christmas.
Appreciate you, Ralph.
Merry Christmas, man.
Thanks for always
you
calling
send
in.
me your address, too. You're getting a Christmas card on top of it.
I will say Ralph always calls in and he comes correct every single
Ralph don't miss.
Post game. Ralph doesn't miss. We had a lot of calls. Ralph always has great content and great insight. Appreciate you, Ralph.
We've got Joe and DFW on the Riverbend Liquor and Wine text line. I wonder, since I never played college football or any college sport, if I would still have eligibility. I made this game. I drove down from DFW. The crowd went nuts when Zeno came out. Joe Frazier, DFW. Joe, I think Joe's got eligibility left.
Line him up.
Don't leave it to me, but I've got Joe. Hey, you can kick it wide left. You can kick it wide right. Joe's kicking it down the middle.
Joe doesn't miss. Joe don't miss. He's not your average Joe.
Don't miss.
He's not a traitor, though, and he's not Trader Joe.
We've got UT Mike's worst nightmare on the line. UT Mike, I hope you're listening, because your worst nightmare is on with SicEm365 Radio.
Listen, guys.
Wait, that's T-Rex.
I just want to clarify that I really wish.
Hold on a second. That's T-Rex.
Cut him off. Because, if you recall, JD, you weren't on the call after the basketball game. But Drake, you'll recall. And I offered, I put the bread out there. I offered the offering play, right? Whatever the saying is. I'm so hungry. I'm trying to find a place to eat.
Olive branch.
I offered a ticket for that game. So I'm sad that the game got canceled. He never took it up because he wasn't man enough to show up to an actual game. But glad y'all cut him off. They kind of put him in his place. I hope my GPS.
No. We didn't cut him off, T-Rex. It was just bad service.
UT Mike, I'm so sad and just distraught that I don't get to see you tomorrow when Shaka Smart has to shave his head with Scott Drew's rusty razor blade after we
wait a second, T-Rex
down the hardwood. But
T-Rex,
is that,
I don't.
Okay,
do you not know what you don't know?
Was that the deal?
T-Rex, do you not know what you don't know? We don't have to.
What do I not? What do we know they're not? What did you say?
We're going to have to break the news.
Lay it on me, brother. Lay it on me.
It's not going to be me. It's going to be you.
They've suspended all basketball operations through the end of this week.
I understand that. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry that I'm sorry. I guess I didn't clarify. I'm sorry that I don't get the chance for him to.
Okay. To come to the game.
Sorry,
okay, that's better. I was really upset.
He wasn't man enough to come anyway.
True, probably
so. He wasn't. He never. So be it one way or the other. I wish we were playing so we could do that and have that opportunity. But I also am glad I don't have to buy him a ticket either. We're all winners in one way. I also wanted to, I apologize. I didn't get to thank y'all for everything that y'all done, like everyone else is. So I appreciate, you guys and the rest of the 365 crew, everyone behind the scenes, on the front lines, whatever. Y'all given the fans another, we've had the forum. Every fan base needs a place for the fans to go and bicker and say things that make no sense only to themselves. But I really appreciate another option for a call-in show. The future's bright for you guys. I know a lot of people think that I'm a shield for 365, but hey, maybe I am, maybe I'm not, but I still pay my $13.99 subscription every month. So you know who I'm talking to. You know who you are when you hear that. So there's that. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Feliz Navidad, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Hope you all have a Merry Christmas. Let's finish the year strong. Let's hopefully 2021 takes us on to new heights. We got basketball to look forward to. If you can make it to any basketball games this year, go support the men and women.
Yep.
You can make it to track meet, a tennis match, badminton, I don't know what it is. Quidditch match.
Damn good badminton. Right here.
We have badminton.
Everyone deserves support. Every sport matters. I know the football is a revenue sport, but hey, a trophy is a trophy, and it takes up just as much space for whatever sport it is.
I like that.
So if you're the best of the Big 12 on the checkers team, hey, you're better than UT and Oklahoma in checkers. So go support your Bears, the rest of the sports. Everyone out there listening, hope you get home safe if you're in Waco. I'm going to go drink and eat, and we're going to wash down 2020.
There it is.
I'll see y'all at Scruffs tonight. Sic'em Bears, JD, if you and Drake, y'all show up at Scruffs, drinks on me. Actually, Drake, I don't think you're 21. JD,
Gosh,
you're definitely 21. Drinks on me.
Who keeps spreading these rumors? Okay.
You know what? If the cops are listening, drinks on me for Drake off, so I don't care. Come and find me. Sic'em Bears.
The cops
everyone
are
drinks
listening.
on me. Sic'em Bears, I'm out.
Appreciate it. I also want to backtrack. He said thank you to everyone behind the scenes. Armstrong Sims, our producer, has been the best in the game for the entirety of his time here, and we're excited to have him for it seems like the foreseeable future. So Armstrong, thank you. You let Drake and I just be up here and be wild. So thank you to you.
It's a cue word, because all I have to do is take these eyes and stare into a camera and say, Armstrong,
and then
give me a drink, bartender.
That happened.
I almost missed my cue.
I missed my cue.
So we've got a couple more coming in on the Riverbend Liquor and Wine text line. Yeah, Charlie was good at times last year, but when he was bad, he was terrible. Tell us how you really feel, guys. These guys are unloading after the end of the year.
When was he terrible last year?
So other than the OSU game and a couple of halves, he was terrible. So I don't think he was ever good. People were calling for Gary last year. People were calling for a lot last season.
Last year? I don't feel like he was terrible last year. I feel like he was pretty decent last year. It's hard to win 10 games and be a bad quarterback.
That's true.
It's hard to hide a bad quarterback.
Or 11 games. It's even harder to win 11 games and be a bad quarterback.
Especially in the Big 12. With how
Joe could do it.
Joe could do it. If anyone could do it, Joe could do it. But it's hard to hide a quarterback in the Big 12. You can do it in the SEC. You can do it in some of the other conferences where it's more ground and pound. But with how up-tempo the Big 12 is in terms of production with offense, it's not that easy to do. So Charlie Brewer, if he was a fluke, it would have been found out a long time ago.
We got this coming in again on the Riverbend Liquor and Wine text line. Get on the action at 254-339-1122. This says, cheers to the #1 college football postgame show in the universe.
Wow.
Keep up the good work from BU Bear in Arkansas.
Thank you.
Tell you what, man. BU Bear in Arkansas. I'm from Arkansas.
You're from Arkansas.
Maybe that's my burner, and you just don't know it. And I sent that into the
Drake's
Riverbend
over
Liquor and
here
Wine.
texting. You guys are awesome.
It's not me. Oh, Brian, just let me know. It's not me. It's not my burner. Should we as fans be concerned after watching year one of the new coaching staff? We just need to give a pass for this year's performance. I think a pass is a little extreme, but I also don't think we can be that fans can say like, oh, it's time to fire everybody. No way. Yeah. I mean, think about all the hardship. 47 players didn't play today, and you expect someone to win like that? I don't care how much you're being paid. How does that make any remote sense?
And Matt Rule was 1-11 his first year. I get it's different circumstances.
Matt Rule was 1-11 his first year without a pandemic.
And Dave Arand has already won more games.
Sugar Bowl in his third year.
Dave Arand has already won more games. Never been a head coach before.
There was a comment earlier today that said like,
once in his life.
The comment says, maybe we as a fan base needed this. I think there's some truth to that.
Yeah.
That maybe Baylor fans
you were on that game one. You said that one game.
It's like hey, look, 1-11's cool and all. We like things like that may not happen all of the time. Oh man, this is how we're gonna end the show. Before that,
bring it.
This is Garrett Geiger says, love to know that we live rent free in UT Mike's head. We do.
It's spacious too.
He has probably spent an hour combined calling into this show over the course of the year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Unbelievable.
There's a lot of space up there. It's very, very empty, if you will.
JD Piquel. I just want to say before we get to this, and I know that the person that most of the people are now catching on in the studio, I want to thank you for allowing me in on this journey. I always loved working with you, man, and you inviting me on this show in week 2 has gotten us here. So, unbelievable.
That's a lot of credit, saying I invited you. But I was like, hey, this guy's pretty good.
You advocated and you made it happen.
We need someone.
We got Brian Etheridge, obviously, and Colt Barber. Armstrong Sims. What's that? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it public.
We're gonna do it live.
To whoever's listening.
Okay, yeah.
To whoever's listening, because I know we're on the back end of this, and I didn't expect to do this, but this is real. This is like actual Merry Christmas, folks at home. You're getting some exclusive content, but JD and I are taking up a radio show. What do you say we do it with Sic'em365 too?
I'm in for that.
What do you say we do it 11 to 2 Monday through Friday, and we call it up tempo? Yeah,
I think that sounds good to me.
I think
that sounds good.
Anybody in the room veto? There are 0 vetoes. You heard it here first. Drake Toll, JD Piquel, up tempo, Monday to Friday, 11 to 2, coming to you January 4th. That's the release date. And we're going to do it live moving forward after that. Get this. Every Saturday, you guys have been like, oh man, we'll count it down to the postgame show Saturday. How about we count it down to every day at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And we'll do it live. By the people, for the people. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We're going to do it every day, you guys. So, hey, all of the callers that give us every week great content, let's keep on doing
it. Back,
the
baby.
game doesn't end. After Christmas is over, here's a little present, a show every day.
We'll do it. I'm fired up, man. I'm so excited.
I'm even more fired up because of this right here.
Let's do it.
Give me double B's.
Hello?
Bring it to us.
Here we go, double B's.
Hey, it's Brad Bigfoot. Double B's on the phone.
Yeah, it is.
First time caller, long time listener. Go ahead and go to the #1 radio show on SicEm365 Radio.
In the universe.
Yeah, whatever. Love Drake and JD's analysis and stuff of the game.
And stuff.
I only have one thing to say, and it's really quick, but tonight, apparently, Danielson was calling the offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Jens Danielson.
I saw that.
I was right. Bigfoot was right. No. And our offense was today, that is squarely on Jens.
I can't really hear you, but I agree 1,000%.
You keep going in and out.
Screaming so loud that it's cutting in and out. The anger.
The woods
Not
has
a lot
bad
of service
cell
in Bigfoot land.
I think he's literally screaming so loud.
I agree. I know what he's saying. He's saying Jens Danielson is the reason for this team's demise today, and I could not agree more.
There's nothing that says it's not.
The seat should be hot. The seat should be very hot if you're Jens Danielson.
It's warm.
Very toasty.
Baylor Bigfoot K. Moss.
Does he speak Spanish?
Your mom followed me on Twitter. Now.
My mom followed him on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Bigfoot,
That's
you're
cool.
going in and out. You're going in and out. So, thanks for the call. We appreciate
you,
it.
double B's.
Any questions? Any questions for me?
I have at least one.
Do we have any? Baylor Bigfoot calls in and says, "Do you have any questions for me?" I have a lot of questions.
Double B's
All right, he's out.
Double B's out. Drake told JD Piquel, Armstrong Sims, and the entire SicEm365 crew out as well, but not out for long. January 4th, up tempo, 11 to 2, Monday to Friday. We're going to do it live every day of the week. You heard it here first. Again, I'm Drake Toll. He's JD Piquel. Brian Etheridge is right there. Colt Barber, Ashley Hodge. The rest of us at SicEm365 Radio. Thank you for a great year, a great post-game show, and all the fun you could wish for. Armstrong Sims running the mothership. Yep. Oh, my goodness. Spectacular.
What?
Are you waiting? Was that a cue?
And we'll see you guys January 4th. This
up tempo, baby,
is SicEm365 Radio.